Hi guys, welcome to Football Hub NG. Now, what we have for you today is about the weekend in the Premier League. The weekend is going to be on fire because most of the clubs want to be at the top of the league table. But yeah, we are going to be giving you the review of the match that is going to be happening between Brighton and Manchester City on Sunday. Wow, this will be the match preview. If you always like our program, always do the needful to always like, comment, share, and also tell your friends who are football lovers to always do the same. Yeah, it's Football Hub NG. We are here for you any day, anytime. So now let's dive in to our main focus for today, which is Brighton versus Manchester City. We are going to be taking a good look at the preview and who is going to come out top and come out with 3 points on Sunday. Well, both Brighton and Manchester City head into this weekend's clash, looking to bounce back from surprise defeats last week. The Seagulls fell to Everton, while City were undone at home by Tottenham, raising fresh questions about Pep Guardiola's side. That's a very, very big blow for Pep Guardiola. That loss at the Etihad Stadium against Tottenham is very, very bad for his record. Well, here is Brighton's story so far. It's the familiar tales for Brighton fans, though. Plenty of chances created, not enough goals scored. They created so many chances, but they lack goal scoring. That is very bad, and I don't know why. I don't actually know why. Maybe because Ferguson is no longer there, but I believe their coach will actually find a very big solution and a very, very utmost solution to that particular problem. They have produced 3.91 expected goals in their first two matches, the fourth highest in the league. Yet they have only scored just once, leaving them with the biggest negative XG differentials of any team in the season, because they have 3.91 goals expected, and they have actually scored only one goal out of it. So their expectation to goal is just negative 2.1, which is the least in the league this season. Lewis Dunk has been heavily involved in Brighton's possession game, combining more with the goalkeeper and centre back partner than with any attacker. A stat that highlights their struggles in progressing the ball forward. So Dunk has actually been playing with the skipper in the first two games. He was just playing with the skipper. He didn't even play with the midfield. He didn't even play with the attack. He was just passing ball back to the keeper, which is very, 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 very bad for their progression, for their progressive movement forward. That's very, very bad. Danny Welbeck misses two big chances in last weekend's defeat, while new right back Matt Wefer has been one of the bright sparks. His 12 tackles lead the league so far, averaging 5.3 per 90 minutes. But we still have some Manchester City situation. So Manchester City too, they have their own situation running on them. City started the season strongly at Wolves, but looked flat and predictable in last week's 2-0 defeat to Spurs. They actually looked flat because the midfield was actually overtaken by Palinia. They don't even know what they are playing. They are just playing anything they want. I don't know, maybe it's the coach instruction, but they were actually flat during Spurs defeat last week. Defensive errors, a lack of midfield dominance, and little creativity in the final third will actually be a major concern for Pep Guardiola. No creativity at all, just playing anyhow. Midfield dominance, zero. Everything is just flat over there. Well, Erling Haaland will play his 100th Premier League game this weekend if he starts. No player has ever scored more goals in their first 100 appearance in the Premier League than Erling Haaland. Phil Foden has a brilliant record against Brighton. 6 goals and 6 league visits to the Amex, and 8 overall in the competition against the Seagulls, more than against any other opponent. So I hope Foden will start tomorrow because he actually has a very, very good record against Brighton. Guardiola remains winless in 2 meetings with Brighton coach Isela, who masterminded a 2-1 win and 2-2 draw last season. We go to the head-to-head. City have beaten Brighton in 19 of their 30 league meetings, which is actually 63% winning for Manchester City. Their second best win ratio against any other opponents in the Premier League. Last season, Brighton went unbeaten against City for the first time ever in the Premier League. They were actually unbeaten last season, and that is the first time in the Premier League history against Manchester City. Historically, Guardiola has only failed to beat 3 different managers in 3+ leagues meeting. Could Ozila join Coleman on that rare list? That would be fantastic for the new Brighton coach if he actually gets the 3 points from Man City on Sunday. Well, we have the predicted lineup. We have, for Brighton, we have Verbujen at the goalpost. We have Wefa right back, Van Eyck Donk at the centre back, and also we have the Cypher at the left back. We have Isherwood and Hayari at the heart of the midfield. Minte, O'Reilly, and Mitoma forward, while we have Welbeck at the upfront as their top 9. For Man City, we still have Trafford. Even despite his error last week against Tottenham in the goalposts, we have Lewis, Stones, Diaz, and Ake in the back. Ake will be playing left back, while Luis will be playing right back. At the heart of the midfield, we have Rajna, Gonzalez, and Bernardo Silva at the heart of the midfield. While forward, we have Bob, Doku, and Haaland. Well, Doku and Bob will be assisting Haaland up front. That is the predicted lineup between Brighton and Manchester City for Football Hub NG. So now we have some betting tips for you. Brighton will play their usual possession, normal, every game. But their lack of cutting edge could actually cost them against City's experience. The safer play is Manchester City double chance, given their record, bounce backs, and defeats. For the prediction, we will say Manchester City x2 or over 2.5. Manchester City double chance or over 2.5. That is Football Hub NG bet tips. Thank you for watching. This is footballhub.ng. If you like our program, just click on your like button, subscribe, and turn on notification so you can get more of these updates from us. And don't forget to follow our page and also be glued to every of our move, because you're going to find something interesting that will actually take you there. Thank you for watching. God bless.